Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will talk about 10 most important Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 moments that shocked every fan. This may be my last video of this year, and as you can see we are so close to 200 subscribers. I would be very happy if I hit 200 before 2024. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 has finally concluded with its 23rd episode, and has done so in glorious fashion. The chain of events during the Shibuya Incident, and the final nail in the coffin in the last episode expertly set up the next arc, Itadori's Extermination arc, with Gojo gone, and Kenjaku unleashing mayhem on Japan. This will prove to be the Jujutsu High students' toughest test yet. Fortunately, a familiar face returns, and nearly everyone involved has undergone major development. To bid adieu to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, here's a list of the most significant moments. Number 10 is Sukuna's 15 minutes of fame. Following Yuji Itadori's ingestion of 15 fingers in total, Ryomen Sukuna took control for a substantial while. Like a kid in a candy store, he made full use of his freedom by wreaking absolute havoc across Shibuya. However, he involved himself in something crucial for the future during his escapade. Backed against a wall, Megumi summoned Mahoraga as a last resort to beat Haruta. But in a series of events, Sukuna got involved by facing the Divine General himself to protect Megumi, part of his plans for the boy. In short, he bested the Shikigami, and given a summoning's rules, he was exorcised and added to Megumi's arsenal. Number 9 is Todo's last Boogie Woogie. The death battle of Mahito, against Todo and Yuji Itadori, witnessed all three parties sustain serious damage. They drew out the fight, and each was on their last legs, nearly at a point. But the worst fate befell Todo. The Grade 1 sorcerer lost his left hand to Mahito's self-embodiment of perfection. Additionally, he severely burned his right as well. This implied that his famous Boogie Woogie was dead since it required a clap to activate. Number 8 is Death of the Star Plasma Vessel. In the Star Plasma Vessel, although brief, Riko Amanai's development as a character was quite impressive. In a short while, she heavily influenced the outlooks of both Gojo Satoru and Suguru Geto. What began as a job turned into a life-changing event. However, just before she could be escorted back home safely, she was shot by Toji Fushiguro. This moment holds significance as it was the sorcerer's first major failure. Her death was traumatizing and led to them choosing completely different paths. Number 7 is Toji kills Gojo. Toji Fushiguro's contract was to assassinate the Star Plasma Vessel, Riko Amanai. Gojo Satoru and Suguru Geto were merely obstacles. However, given his reputation regarding jobs and his disdain for sorcerers, he took pleasure in carefully taking them both down. He was the first man to bypass Gojo's infinity, and effectively land blows and eventually kill him, well, almost. Before him, the Six Eyes user was untouchable, and was only getting stronger. The whole encounter was a testament that, even the strongest have chinks in their armor. Number 6 is Gojo Satoru Awakens. The battle against Toji, and a near-death experience was extremely vital for Gojo. The sorcerer killer exposed his vulnerability, in a way no one had done previously. This led to his awakening, or rather, enlightening, that turned Gojo Satoru into Gojo Satoru. He shortly returned after Toji delivered upon his contract for a rematch. But it was not much of a fight, given how swiftly the white-haired sorcerer dispatched Toji. This encounter was significant for the future, as it made Gojo keep his limitlessly activated. Number 5 is The Executioner's Return. Season 2 of the anime drew to a close with the return of Yuta Akatsu. Back from his travels, he was immediately forced into action, by having to save a little girl from a cursed spirit. His return heralds the beginning of a new arc, and the order to act as executioner for Yuji Itadori's now reinstated death sentence. After Gojo, he is believed to rank quite highly on the power scale. Number 4 is Suguru Geto goes his way. Riko Amanai's death was a turning point for both Gojo Satoru and Suguru Geto. It completely changed how each looked at the world, and eventually led to them choosing different paths to walk. Gojo's newfound strength led him to set out on more solo missions. Meanwhile, Geto was on a slippery slope psychologically, getting into his own head, and questioning the entire incident involving Riko. His belief in the value of non-sorcerers began shaking, and somewhere, he detested them burdening Jujutsu sorcerers with their protection. Number 3 is Yuji vs. Mahito. After a long wait, Yuji Itadori finally got a chance to go face-to-face with the despicable Mahito in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. The latter was responsible for Junpei Yoshino and later Nobara Kugasaki, and Kento Nanami's death, all of which happened before Yuji's eyes. Yuji had nearly given up, but was revitalized by Todo's arrival. After that, the brothers had Mahito against the ropes. This battle was crucial to Yuji's development as a sorcerer and boosted his already ridiculous potential. It awakened something in him, allowing him to fight regardless of the odds. Number 2 is Gojo being sealed. One of the biggest moments in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 was the sealing of Gojo Satoru. Pseudo-Geto Kenjaku's intricately and slyly devised plan reached fruition when he managed to catch Gojo off guard and activate the prison realm. He knew the kind of impact his current possessed body would have on the Six Eyes user. The latter believed his best friend to have passed a while ago, and suddenly seeing him reappear before him was nothing short of dumbfounding. Gojo's sealing sets the stage for the next arcs in the Culling game. Before moving on to number 1, let me remind you, we are so close to 200 subscribers. So please do subscribe. Number 1 is Kenjaku's Death Game. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 drew the curtains on the year with a spectacular ending. Pseudo-Geto Kenjaku thrust the Jujutsu world into chaos, thereby moving to the next phase of his plan. Non-sorcerers' brains were rewired to have cursed techniques, and vessels were bestowed with the strength to resist bearing cursed objects. The aforementioned people were rendered unconscious upon being marked. Activating idol transfiguration brought these people out of their comas. Additionally, he released countless curses over a major part of Japan. This again makes way for the next arcs and, eventually, the Culling game.